Hi guys. So I just wanted to jump on real quick and do a follow-up because obviously the video that I posted yesterday evoked a lot of emotion in a lot of us. Obviously, there's a lot of people that are feeling exactly how I am feeling about the situation. And I've received a lot of inbox messages, and some people have called me on WhatsApp and everything. And I'm just encouraging everybody, if you've got a story to share, please share it. Because unless people talk about it, unless we're open about it, nothing is going to happen, right? We all know that. Nothing is going to happen. The situation around the world has changed. A lot of countries are closing their borders, and that means that they're tightening up things in their countries. Some of us have been away from our country for a very long time, and returning home now is kind of hard. It's very hard. It is home, and we want to be home. We want to return because for many people, we didn't come here with the idea of staying. We wanted to make sure that we build something for ourselves, for our children. And then in the end, we ended up staying a little bit longer. Some people struggled with their getting their legality, their legal status. Some people did not. Those that are returning home, and they are afraid to come home because people will say things, and that's where that's coming from me. Some people are being returned forcibly. Some people are coming by themselves. But regardless of how they're coming, we are making them feel like it's not safe, like it's not a conducive environment to come home to, like it's not our home. It is our home. We're all there. If things did not work out in the other country where they're at least they should be able to feel at home in their own countries, with their own families, with their own friends. Now, if their friends are the ones that are throwing stones, if their family are the ones that are throwing stones, mocking them, and making it hard for them to resettle, that's a shame. That is a big shame. We need to quit that. Let's be supportive. And I feel like, at this point, the diaspora, people in the diaspora, maybe we need to work together and create a resource directory, maybe a resource center for people who are returning. Let's see where they are. What are they doing? Can we work as a team, to kind of figure out how we can support one another? Maybe we can talk about people, diaspora-based people who have businesses in Zambia. Maybe we can target the people who are returning home and don't have anything to, don't have a leg to stand on. Can we hire those people? Maybe we can create a fund. I don't know. We just need to support one another. One thing I know for sure is that everybody most people who have lived in the diaspora and have worked for many, many years have got a great work ethic and would really, really soar. They would thrive in Zambia if they were given an opportunity. A lot of them are not given that opportunity, or they are afraid to try because they're afraid of how they're going to be perceived. They're afraid of people scorning them and making them feel like they're failures. Sadly, we have seen people that have died of depression because the mockery was too much. People were stepping on them. People were calling them names, making them feel like they are unworthy. We don't want that. As a diaspora, let us create a community. Let us create something for those that are returning home, for our sisters. If I'm building a business in Zambia, let me look at first at the people who have returned, who don't have a leg to stand on. I mean, we love people in Zambia, obviously, and I want to give people a job who are qualified to do it. But I'm going to be looking at the person who is disadvantaged so that they can gain something. This is just a food for thought. I don't know if you guys have seen the post that I had shared where there's resources for people arriving in England who have been away for so long at Heathrow. They have social workers who have a program that will support people to resettle. We can do that in Zambia. We can totally do that. Maybe we need to work with the embassy to kind of figure out how we can trace these people that want to be found. Not everybody wants to be found, but those that want to be found, we can create a resource center where we can know where they're at, we can see what their skill set is, what they're good at, what they did before, and then try to get them a job. And maybe it's the government, maybe the government needs to give us a grant of some sort, give us a grant, give returnees a grant, give them an opportunity to buy land so they can resettle. Those are some of the things that I'm going to be addressing in my podcast that's coming, that is starting end of January. So look out to hear about some of those things. And I'm inviting everybody who has views, who has ideas on how we can work on this together. Please reach out to me. I'm happy to feature you in my podcast starting in January 2026. It's going to be starting probably in the next 3 weeks. So yeah, thanks so much for listening. And if you know somebody who should listen to this, please feel free to share it. And let people know what we're doing. Let's continue to be each other's keepers, and let's speak up. Let's not be quiet. Let's speak up. Thanks, guys.